If I were to leave, he still would have found me. He wouldn't have left me alone.
It's true.
Your daughter wants to let you know how proud she is of you for the way that you went head to head with him here in this world.
Yeah, he got 240 years.
She says to me it was because of you. So your daughter was murdered here in the physical world.
Yeah.
Okay.
By her husband.
I know. I just heard it. This is really tough because I kept hearing that you were trying to save her from this relationship here in this world and you think that you were too late.
Yep.
Your daughter's telling me. Oh boy, I'm seeing visions. It's like out of the Lifetime movie when I'm connecting. She tells me she had a plan. She had a plan of leaving her husband.
Yep.
And you were supposed to help her. There were bags that was packed. She had bags packed, she shows me.
Yep. The next day.
That's why he killed her. He knew that she was lying to him. He knew that she was leaving. And I see when I'm connecting that this was really tough because you were supposed to go and pick her up or go and get her.
Yeah.
So
we're supposed to wait.
So know that one of the things is this is why they're telling me you think that you're too late. You thought that, oh my God, if it was just a day earlier, maybe I could have saved my daughter. What I have to tell you is this. Your daughter says to me that she had this feeling like she wasn't getting out of this relationship alive.
She did.
I see her on the telephone, like sneaking phone calls to you and talking to you. Like, this is insane what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
This man who had your daughter, literally, it's like he had her in prison. I see her monitoring phone conversations with her. I see him, not letting her leave the house. There were all of these things that he was doing. And what I have to tell you is that your daughter tried to leave many times because she says to me, this wasn't the first time.
Right.
She says, but this time she was serious.
Yes.
Because I see, like I said, whenever she showed me the visions of her bags packed, that shows me that she was getting ready to leave. She says, and Matt, I was so close. But one of the things that I have to tell you is this, okay? Is that your daughter wants you to know something. The person that killed her husband, was very mentally ill here in the physical world and deranged. She says to me that even if she got away, even if she got with you, right, he would have came and found her.
True.
She says, and she was very afraid of him for that reason. But what I will tell you is this, okay, is that sometimes, right, even when we feel like justice isn't served here in this world, it's served on the other side. And your daughter wants you to know that in heaven, she is kept far away from him, and he will never be able to join her where she is. Because there's a reason why some souls make it to the other side and some souls don't. So what I can tell you is that your daughter tells me now, okay? And this isn't what you want to hear, but I have to tell you everything that she's telling me. She says, Matt, if I would have survived this, let's say he didn't kill me and I was here in this world. She says, I would have never been able to sleep at night. She says, because he would have never left me alone. It doesn't matter if I called the cops. It doesn't matter if I called the police. She says, that's the reason why I stayed for so long. I stayed in that house because she says, I knew that if I were to leave, he still would have found me. He wouldn't have left me alone. And she goes, that's the one thing that she tried to explain to everybody, but nobody could understand. She says, he wasn't afraid of the cops. He wasn't afraid of police. He wasn't afraid of anybody. She says, so even if she were to survive, even if she did get away that day that you were supposed to pick her up, she goes, I would have never been able to escape this man. She says, but the one thing is that I see your daughter protected by your father. I see her protected by your grandmother that's here. I see her protected by angels that are here. And I'll tell you that what's so beautiful is this, is that she says, for once in her life, she says, I finally feel safe. She says, because as long as he was alive here in this world, I would have never felt safe, she tells me.
True.
And can I tell you that your daughter wants to let you know how proud she is of you for the way that you went head to head with him here in this world.
Yeah, he got 240 years.
She says to me, it was because of you. She said, so the one thing is that the way that you went head to head with him and you weren't afraid and you didn't care and you pushed and you pushed and you pushed, your daughter says to me, please thank my mom for that. Please let her know that she is my hero. And she wants to let you know that from the other side and let you know that one day you will see her again. So as much pain as it is in your heart, know that God is keeping her safe. And that's the one thing that she needs you to know in spirit.
I have her children.
But she tells me you were taking care of her kids even beforehand.
Yes.
So nothing's changed there. She said to me, because when you said I have her children, I'm like, did you know this? She goes, she's been taking care of my kids. Your mom said, your daughter says to me, my mom was always there to pick up any piece of my life, Matt. She says, and I need to let her know. She says, in spirit, I'm watching over her now.
Thank you.
All right. I'm going to leave you with that.